Mridu and Meena followed Ravi out. And whenever this mother told Ravi, send that beggar away, by the time Mridu and Meena followed Ravi to send that beggar out. The beggar was already in the garden making himself quite at home. That means without telling any word, without making any noise, he was sitting in the garden. He had spread his upper cloth under the neem tree and was leaning against its trunk. And what was this beggar doing? This man was spreading, he had spread his upper cloth. Upper cloth, you know, it could be sometimes a veshti or it could be a shirt, something. An upper cloth he spread under the neem tree and was leaning against its trunk. Trunk means the trunk of the tree. Apparently prepared to take a little snooze while he waited for the arms to appear. Snooze means, what is the meaning snooze? Snooze means it is sleeping. Snooze means a little sleep. A short sleep can be said to be snooze. And this beggar was sitting, bending towards the trunk of the tree, and he is having a snooze. While he waited for the alms to appear. What is alms? Alms means something the people will give to the beggar is said to be alms. Go away, said Ravi sternly. So by the time while the beggar was snoozing under the neem tree, Ravi and Mridu and that little girl, they three together went there and told them, go away. In sternly. Sternly means with a tough voice he told this man, go away. My party says it's time you found another house to beg from. My party means my auntie is telling you find another way, another house. You are coming here for the past 1 week. No, now you can find another home. The beggar opened his eyes very wide and gazed at each of the children one by one. So what did the beggar do? He was snoozing, no? So on hearing the sound, he opened his eyes wide and gazed at each of the children one by one. The ladies of this house, he said at last in a voice choked with feeling, are very kind souls. He is telling the ladies in this house, that means Party and grandmother all are very kind ladies and they are very kind souls. I have kept my body and soul together on their generosity for a whole week. For the past 1 week I have kept my body and soul together on their generosity. Generosity means these ladies were giving him food and everything whatever he needs. So he is telling they were very kind and generous. I cannot believe that they would turn me away. I don't think they will tell me to go away, since they were feeding me in such a way that I don't think that they are kind and generous. So I can't believe they will tell you to send me from here. He raised his voice, Amma, Amma, oh, sad this wail might be, but it certainly wasn't feeble. And this he was again crying, Amma, Amma. So this sound was not feeble. It began a deep, strong rumble somewhere in his withered belly and came booming out of his mouth. Whoever looks from his mouth, he can understand that this man is crying sincerely, because he was touching his belly and crying. With its few remaining teeth stained brown with betel chewing. Betel chewing means in olden days people were chewing betel. It's a kind of leaf which will be stimulated this person for some time. So they will using chewing betel. So this man also might have used this betel. So his teeth looked just like the brown color of betel chewing. So whenever he was crying, he was exposing his brown colored teeth. Ravi, tell him there is nothing left in the kitchen. Called Rukumani and he is not to come again. Tell him that. She sounded fed up. So, the auntie was telling no. Auntie means Ravi is the mother of Rukumani. So, Rukumani was loudly telling from there, tell that man, nothing is here. Go away and find someone, some other place. Because she was fed up with feeding this person. Ravi didn't have to repeat it all to the beggar. What his mother said had been easy for them all to hear. There under the neem tree, the beggar sat up and sighed. So, this auntie, this Rukumani was telling it a loud voice that all those were under the tree could hear properly. So, Ravi need not repeat the same voice. The beggar sat up and sighed. Sighed means he had taken a breath, a long breath. I will go, he said wearily. Wearily means in a tired voice he said to them, don't worry, I will go. Only let me have a rest here under this tree. You allow me, please. Allow me to sit for a while to take a rest here. The sun is so hot. The tar has melted on the road. My feet are already blistered. So he is telling that the sun is very hot. It is very hot sun. So it is very, the tar has melted on the road. The road, due to the heat of the sun, the tar present on the road all has melted. So my feet already are blistered. Blistered means boiled spots were seeing on the footsteps. He stretched out his feet to show large pink peeling blisters on the soles of his bare feet. Bare feet means a feet which is having no chappals, can be said to be bare feet. And he stretched out his leg and he showed his leg to the children. And he was telling, he has shown pink peeling blisters. Blisters means the swellings of after the burning of the hot sun. I suppose he doesn't have the money to buy chappals, Mrudu whispered to Meena and Ravi. Have you got an old pair in the house somewhere? So on seeing the leg of the this beggar, Mrudu was very looking very sad, and she was telling, she whispered means in a little voice without hearing the beggar. She whispered to Meena and Ravi, have you got an old pair in the house somewhere? Inside the house somewhere? Any old chappals? I don't know, said Ravi. Mine are too small to fit his feet, or I would have given them to him. My chappals are too short. These chappals will not fit to his leg. And his feet were larger than Mrudu's and Meena's. So not only Ravi's, Mrudu's and Meena's legs also was too small, and his legs were very large. The beggar was shaking out his upper cloth and tightening his dhoti. That means he is about to get up from under the tree. And what did he do? He was spreading his upper cloth, you know. So he just shaking his upper cloth and tightening his dhoti. He raised his eyes and looked fearfully at the road gleaming in the afternoon heat. Okay, so what did she do? What did he do? He raised his eyes and looked at the gleamings, and that means the sun is hot and it is a bright sunlight. So he is afraid in his mind how he will walk through the road, this hot molten tar with this bare feet.